Everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video would be a bit different and it would be special as well. As you can see, we have a box over here, and in this box there is something which will bring a lot of happiness to a person. I would like to thank Dr. Snehal for giving me the opportunity to unbox his wonderful bike. In this box we do have a Van Razel by Decathlon. It's a really wonderful and a special bike. So without any further ado, I would like you all to have a look at the bike. So I'll just start the unboxing process. So as you can see, we have a box which is very well packed, and each of the Decathlon bike, especially the road bike range you select, it comes in a bigger box. The front wheel is already assembled, so only a very small amount of assembly is what is all needed. So we have the packaging over here which we'll open. For that I'll start to open the box from sides, and I'm able to see the bike over here. So let me give you all a glimpse of the cycle. And we have the Van Razel over here. So this is a bike in a size medium. It weighs just 10.1 kilograms. Very super lightweight, of course. So now, as you can see in the box, what we get are the reflectors. These are the wheel reflectors, and these are for the front handlebar and one on the seat post. Apart from that, if you can see, we already have. Now we'll start the further assembly of the bike, for which we'll need to remove the wrappers one by one. So if you could just come over here, come close by. So we have a ergonomic and a comfortable seat on this bike. Coming on to the front, over here we have a full carbon fork. So as you can see in the video, all of the components, frame and the fork is properly secured. Going ahead in the video, we'll be having a quick bike assembly tour. Wrappers have been removed. The handlebar is already fixed. We are just not fixing the pedal set, as we would be installing clipless pedals on this bike. Now what remains are the safety checks. In the safety checks, the things that include are to check if the handlebar is tight or not, which we will check using an Allen key. So the handlebar usually we tighten in the X manner. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now we just do the checkup. It is tight enough. Going to the second pull, tight enough. This one as well, and this too. So it is properly aligned in the center. You can see the handlebar is straight, and we can have it up and down depending on the preference of the rider. Then the second check for safety which we do is if the stem bolt is tight or not. So there are two stem bolts, one on the right hand side and another on the left hand side. Then this is the wedge nut over here. If the wedge nut is excessively tight, then smooth handle motion does not happen. To check if it is tight or not, we press the front brake and we check if there is any play in the bearings, which there is none. So this part is done. Now we go on to the wheels. We just check if the quick release is tight or not. So we are trying to pull using 2 fingers and it is not opening up, which means it's adequately tight. We just check if the wheel is rotating properly or not. The brakes are working as well. Now we come to the seat. So over here we check if the seat is properly tight or not. We will later on adjust it depending on the rider's height. After this, we then check if the tire pressure is correct or not. So this is a 25 mm thin wheel. The diameter of the wheel is 700 by 25 C, which means the entire rim has a circumference of 28 millimeters. For any rider of a weight of like 65 kg and above, 95 psi is the minimum which one should keep in such a slimmer tire. This is a floor pump. Floor pump helps to inflate the tires very much easier. And now the tire is inflated to 95 psi. 95 psi in the front. We'll repeat the same in the rear tire. So any bike which has been ordered online and chosen as for home delivery, already the cycle comes 95% assembled. So in the video, as you saw, that we were needed to install the handlebars and the pedals. That's pretty much about it. In most of the cases, even the wheels are inflated. But if you have a pressure pump with you, that's very well and good, so that you can, if in case the tire pressure is low, you can have it inflated as per the pressure which you need. And now the thing that remains is adjusting the saddle height and then choosing the angle of the handlebar, or like you can say, if you want to reduce the height of the stem and everything, that's comes under the bike fit, which you can have it done through a proper cycle shop, bike fitting specialist, or else you can refer to YouTube videos and perhaps do a bike fit by yourself as well. So now as the bike is almost installed, just that the pedals need installation. If you can see, we have installed the reflectors on the wheels, front and back. Now coming on to the bike, this is a Van Rysel AF900 model. It is in size medium. The size medium is what we have today. Starting off with the frame. So it is the heart of the bike. It is made up of aluminium alloy 6061. It is a triple butted frame, in the sense it has 3 times more compound at the weld points, and it is hollowed in the center portion to make the bike much more lighter in weight. So you can hear by the sound. It is hollow over here, and over here you will hear that it has more material. Also, not to mention that the frame is UCI approved, in the sense you can use it in races, and so this bike has a road racing geometry. It is very much better suited for fitness oriented workouts, as in if you want to compete, you can use this bike. If you want to do a triathlon, this bike would also serve the purpose very well. And then a quick bike spec, we have Shimano 105 entire group set on the bike. Entire group set. Because of the entire group set, you have very good integration and the parts work really well. So the front chainring, the rear cassette, the rear derailleur, the front derailleur, the brakes and the shifters, these are of the Shimano 105 group set. So it's a full group set integration in itself, which will give very good performance, as there's no mix and match of components. All of the system is totally integrated. This bike is ideal for like century rides, 150 kilometers, 200 kilometers, to cover at the fastest time possible. The wheels are also from Shimano. These are from their RS series, and they have very smooth rolling. The efficiency is very good. Then in the front end, you have a carbon fork. This is a full carbon fork. It makes the cycle, especially the front end, very much light in weight, and thus contributing to an overall light weight of the entire bike, just weighing at around 10.2 kgs in a size medium without pedals. As I had earlier told that we would not be installing the pedals right away, because we would be installing clipless pedals on it. So I'll just have the pedals installed slightly later on, which you shall see in the video ahead. So initially we had planned to have clipless setup right away, straight away, but now the plan is changed. So even the basic pedals or whichever pedal you choose to assemble, you just have to check over here. So in this case L is written over here, that means it will go to the left hand side. Similarly over here R is written over here, means it will get fitted on the right hand side. In case on your pedal, whichever it might be, clipless or non-clipless, if something is not marked over here, then usually it is marked on the sides. So you just need to check in case if it is written over there or not. And to install the pedals, on majority of the clipless pedals, one needs a number 6 Allen key to tighten it. So there would be a hole over here. So like once someone the right side he attaches over there, the Allen key they need to insert from the other side and then tighten it. But over here we don't have that provision. So instead we tighten it using a pedal wrench. It is of number 15. Even a number 15 spanner will easily fit over here. So now on the right crank arm we install the right pedal. First we hand thread it gently so that it does not get cross threaded. Just try to hand thread it. So before installing any pedal, it is much better if a grease is applied on the pedal threads. So at the current point in time I don't have a grease with me, but what I did was I applied a lubricant inside it, a wet lubricant to be specific, so that at least once the pedal is removed it will not seize up. So now I'm holding it over here and rotating it. Similarly on the other side, this is the left one. Hand thread it first to ensure that it does not get cross threaded. Once it is properly in, so if it is properly threaded, it will go inside very easily. You will not need to force it. So if you can see, the pedal is getting attached very easily. So now comes the tightening part. We now hook the pedal wrench over here. Now the trick is to be on the right hand side and to rotate the crank arm in a circular motion. So once it is tightened, you use leverage, you push the rear wheel to the opposite direction and you push using your arm. Now it is tightened adequately. So this is also one of the safety checks. If the pedals are not properly tightened, there is a possibility that while pedaling it might come off. So you might lose balance. So you use your body weight and you use leverage to ensure that it is tightened. So on the left hand side we just tighten the pedal and on the right side as well. So with this being done, that's pretty much about it for the video. This was an unboxing and a short quick overview of the Van Ryzen AF900. And I hope to see you all guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe, ride safe, be happy and keep on cycling. Bye for now.